phone. So here's the thing. I think this is a once-in-a-lifetime moment for all of us.
It should be easy to integrate that into their systems they already have. There's work to be done there, but it's definitely coming. So yes, all 5 points I think very valid. It's not a matter of when, but a matter of how soon everything is in place.
Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another CYPRX video banger. In today's video, we are actually going to do a two-part video series. So this is going to be the first part of this two-part video series where we show you all documentation, physical proof that there is for a fact an ongoing digital transformation. These systemically important organizations like the United Nations, the United States government, and many other organizations and jurisdictions all over the world are telling you all flat out in their documents and their panel discussions that there is for a fact an ongoing digital transformation. We are in an attempt to wake people up so that way you all can take it upon yourselves to do personal research so that way you can come out on top by understanding the opportunities that are available to you as a retail investor during this massive transfer of wealth. So if you all enjoy these video breakdowns, smash that thumbs up button and subscribe. Remember, this is going to be a two-part video breakdown. So the first part, we're going to show you all documented proof, PDFs, where they go on to talk about this digital transformation. We know for a fact that there is an ongoing digital transformation where the use and the utilization and implementation of new technologies like blockchain, distributed ledger tech, artificial intelligence, data collection, right, are all being integrated into this new parallel financial ecosystem that is going to enhance and operate effectively and efficiently alongside with the old existing financial infrastructure to update it, enhance it, create a more fast, scalable, transparent financial ecosystem on a global scale, to pretty much sum it up, right? Okay. So now we're going to get into some supporting documents. Remember, this is going to be a part 1 to a part 2 series. So first document I want to share with you all, we said on Twitter, wow, literally the transformation is right in front of our faces. A circular economy shifts from the traditional linear model, take, make, dispose, to maximize the use and value of resources, reducing waste and environmental harm. You guys can see this is a document straight from the UN. The UN is going to play a significant role when we come to part 2 of this video breakdown. But here you can see they mention that in turn, a modern digital infrastructure and digital solutions can greatly facilitate multi-stakeholder collaboration. Digital platforms can bring together diverse stakeholders from public, private, and academic sectors across multiple levels, right? So yet the majority of the mainstream will never cover this information. And the majority of individuals out there, I'd say about 95% of the population, has no idea that this is going on. Here is another document from the United Nations. Okay, it is labeled the SDG Digital Acceleration Agenda. So it's literally telling you all right in front of your face that there is an agenda to accelerate this digital transformation. Now, highlighted in the PDF, it goes on to mention specifically that digital technologies such as 3D printing, the Internet of Things, big data, cloud computing, and blockchain can support a circular economy and supply chain resilience, particularly in manufacturing industries. We've been an attempt to wake people up to show you all that there are massive opportunities in this space, no matter what niche you attempt to jump into, whether it's crypto, blockchain, DLT, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, big data collection, cloud computing, okay? Web3 technologies, go look it up, educate yourself. Now is the time to do so. Here you can see they mention a 2030 agenda, our global community shared plan for a greener, more sustainable, and more inclusive future for all. They talk about the ongoing digital transformation, including through universal and meaningful connectivity, right? This all is going to play an important role. In the second video breakdown, I'm going to show you some panel clips and video discussions from the Stellar Development Foundation, showing you all how integrated and fine-tuned they are with this entire digital transformation, okay? You can see right here, it mentions the SDGs, right? Adopted in 2015, the Sustainable Development Goals, that's the acronym for SDGs. Call to action for people, the planet, prosperity, and global peace, despite important progress in an era of policy crisis, including the zoom in, the CV pandemic here, right? We know about that happened. The climate change, what have we been talking about? I've showed you all video clips where they've openly said that climate change is their best friend to enact this digital transformation.
The use of fast payments and common standards across all of the emerging economies. I think that's a really, really good place to be. And I'd actually say one of our best friends out there is actually the whole climate change agenda, because climate change will produce a wealth of data. It'll also harmonize some of our interests, whether it's social or political, globally. And so I think the combination of ESG, data, and then technological change on these wider closed loop systems is probably the best place we can be.
So we know that crisis after crisis is going to be utilized and implemented to inflict this digital transformation.
You know, the thing that we need to remember about America is that it will, and I think it was Winston Churchill who said that America can be trusted to do the wrong thing until they absolutely have to do the right thing. You know, and they'll do everything else until they're forced to do the right thing, and they just you know, meander from one crisis to the next, and that's how America creates you know, global trends.
You can see that in their documents. We're not making this up. They write documents about it. Times of crisis, times of change. Science for accelerating transformations to sustainable development. This is, again, another United Nations Global Sustainable Development Report 2023, where they specifically talk about this. Now, to save time, we plugged this whole entire PDF into Chat PDF and asked it the question, does this document confirm that there is an ongoing digital transformation and that there are multiple opportunities to partake in? And here you can see they pretty much summarize the digital transformation in the document. You guys can pause the screen and read about this if you would like, but it specifically talks about the ongoing digital transformation, how digital systems and the provisions of government services are allowing users easy access to societal protection programs and benefits and whatnot, okay? Talks about everything, talks about during the crisis, right? We know what crisis they're talking about, the pandemic, okay?
I wanted to take a look in the rearview mirror and describe how we got here. We're not going to go too far. We're going to go about 3 years and talk about what the world looked like then. So we had a pandemic. We digitized everything, accelerated by that pandemic.
Talks about a paradigm shift, the digitalization of the society. So pause this, read this, and inform yourselves. But we asked the question to Chat PDF, does this document confirm that there's an ongoing digital transformation? The Chat PDF bot responded by saying, yes, the PDF confirms that there is an ongoing digital transformation and that there are multiple opportunities to partake in. The report explains that the digitization and digitalization feed into the broader societal change that is the digital transformation, a new development, a paradigm that incorporates many disruptive technologies, including faster connectivity and networks, artificial intelligence, and the manipulation of big data, along with the Internet of Things. The digital transformation has already brought profound societal benefits with opportunities to build more inclusive societies, okay? So this is not a freaking joke. This is not a conspiracy theory. We're not here to tell you that the Illuminati is going to take over the world and that there is an ongoing digital transformation and we're going to turn into a tracking, controlling, and monitoring society where everybody's going to give up their sovereignty and this and no. This is a serious video breakdown where we're showing you all physical proof that they're not hiding this transformation or this information from you all. Now is the time to take it upon yourself to educate your family, your friends, and your circle, your sphere of influence further. If you do not, you will fall behind. It is just like the early days of the internet, where individuals that did not believe in the internet technology and did not understand and learn how to type on keyboards and computers and understand how to use instant messaging and email, they had to go to classes. They had to figure out later on in life how to implement those technologies into their everyday life, right? Whereas now we are falling in the same paradigm.
But technology is driving very quick. If we see the shift of the amount of developers last year that came into the blockchain space, it's been the best year ever. It's got parallels with the internet times when all the smart human capital was shifting to the Amazons, the Apples, and the Facebooks, and they're now all going into blockchain. So I think the accessibility and the user friendliness of crypto will definitely be on the good side. If you look at monitoring, risk monitoring, and obviously reporting, I think that should be in line with all the other assets they have, and that it should be easy to integrate that into their systems they already have. There's work to be done there, but it's definitely coming. So yes, all 5 points I think very valid. It's not a matter of when, but a matter of how soon everything is in place. It's not a matter of when, but a matter of how soon everything is in place.
Thanks.
Where that is about to all take place again. Educate yourselves. I cannot stress enough. It is extremely crucial for your survival long-term in this market space, especially if you're a crypto investor, okay? Now, this was very interesting. This is from the USAID.com website from the American people. Talks about a joint strategic plan from 2022 to 2026. Okay, another significant year highlighted. Talks about this PDF, the Joint Strategic Plan from the U.S. Department of State, the U.S. Agency for International Development. So if this isn't enough proof for you, I don't know what else to show you, okay? So if you open this document, you download this PDF, shout out to the CYPRX researchers. Of course, they provided all these documents in our private CYPRX research chat. If you all want access to this information, hundreds of fundamentals, hundreds of documents, hundreds of PDFs, hundreds of video clips that never make it to the mainstream, visit CYPRXtrading.com. You guys know what it is. Join our monthly subscription program where you have access to all of our research. Educate yourselves, okay? Look at what it says right here. I'll zoom in for you guys. Strategic Objective Overview. Technology and innovation empower us to address some of the world's most pressing challenges. In the United States, alongside scientific technological innovation edge is a strategic asset that underpins the U.S. national security, economic strength, and democratic values. A global digital technology revolution is underway. Go ahead and smash that thumbs up button and subscribe. I don't, like I said, know what else to, what other proof do you need? With leading powers racing to develop and deploy emerging technologies like artificial intelligence and quantum computing that will reshape our lives in the 21st century global economy, the United States has a major stake in ensuring that the ongoing technological and digital transformations serve our people. They want people to benefit from this. Stop letting the mainstream media lead you to believe that you cannot have a hand in benefiting from the opportunities that this digital transformation provides. That is garbage, that is rubbish, that is what mainstream influencers will tout to you all that lack education and are ignorant to the fact that these organizations, these systemically important groups, are not hiding this from you.
Where you and Broadbridge, are you seeing the move to DLT-based platforms, okay?
Yeah, I think it is. You know, it's funny because with sort of the implosion of the crypto market last year, I think the general public is sort of thinking like, oh, well, this stuff is going away. Mm-hmm. And, you know, when you talk to people in the know in financial services, it's like, no, it's not going away. It's very real. You know, when you talk to people in the know in financial services, it's like, no, it's not going away. It's very real.
You just need to find the information to be able to capitalize on it. They're not going to just hand you the resources. You have to go look for them, but the information is there. Okay? I cannot stress enough. It says the internet must remain transformative and a transformative force for learning, connection, and economic growth, not a tool of repression. Moving on. Last but not least, we know that in documents, they have also told us this. This is a document from McKinsey & Company, The Promise of Travel in the Age of Artificial Intelligence. That's the title of this fundamental, and it says right here, advances in technology have transformative consumer expectations. Since 2013, and time spent on digital devices has grown by 70%. And this trend only accelerated during the CV, you see the words right here, pandemic, as online interactions increasingly replaced in-person contact. So as we move forward in this digital transformation, we know that digital assets and cryptocurrencies are not going anywhere. We know that we're in a crypto winter. Understand that behind the scenes, there is a massive infrastructure that they are building. They are ongoing. So
it's interesting to see that we are now reaching a point where the traditional players are beginning to look under the hood of decentralized finance. And this will have a profound impact on architecture in traditional banking.
With or without your participation, now is the time to take it upon yourself to educate yourself further, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you all enjoyed this physical proof. We're not making this up. When we say that there's an ongoing digital transformation, it's not a conspiracy theory. It is valid research.
So if we're going to do this stuff, if we're going to have a digital transformation in financial inclusion for poor people, there's an assumption of some level of, let's call it cybersecurity of some kind. I'm not going to say it's a silver lining because the pandemic was horrific.
Yes.
But I would argue that the digital transformation was accelerated, right?
So I do think this is an extraordinary moment in human history. It's worth taking a step back and saying, so it is exacerbated by supply chains and war and inflation, but also the climate disaster is really exacerbating all of this. Now, at the same time, and you pointed this out, over the last decade, but really over the last few years in the pandemic, we've seen this enormous acceleration of digital innovation and digital acceptance. If you could transact digitally during the pandemic, you did. And so all of a sudden, a whole lot of people around the world got away from cash and got a little more comfortable with their phones. So here's the thing. I think this is a once-in-a-lifetime moment for all of us. I think this is a once-in-a-lifetime moment for all of us.
That you all can take it upon yourself to go highlight on and go read. And if you don't have the time to go search for these documents yourself, you don't have the time to, or the resources to figure out where to go look, the CYPRX research team is here for you. We have a monthly subscription program where you can have access to all of our research updated on this digital transformation, Web3 technologies, cryptocurrency assets, blockchain, distributed ledger tech. Okay. So stick around for part 2 of this video breakdown, where we're going to share some panel discussions and some video clips for you all, solidifying everything that we just showed you in this video breakdown. Many blessings to you all. Smash that thumbs up button and subscribe if you've been tapped into the CYPRX research. And if you're a supporter of this channel, we do appreciate the love and the support. As always, wake your neighbor up, wake your friends up, be cognizant, be aware out there, pay attention to detail, and we'll see you all in the next video breakdown.